This is some kind of pasta with pesto, lemon pesto pasta with sun-dried tomatoes, almond slivers, and chickpeas. And everything is made fresh. So let's give you a beauty bite. I don't know if this is cold. You could probably heat it up, but I'm gonna eat it cold because microwaves scare me. Honestly, they do. Lately. The cats are running around. Beauty bite. It is kind of dry. It's very dry.
She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap, clap.
The same curve. I always run over that fucking curve. She's got respectable girth. Peetz can get it on. He's got the dong. He's got the dong. Peetz can get it on. Dong, dong. Dong, dong. Yeah, welcome to a mukbang. Feels like forever since I've done this. I don't even know if I remember how. And you're not familiar with my TMIs, or if you're not new and you forgot about my TMIs, they're gross. I'm forever confused about my sexuality, okay? I'm going to admit it. This was, I think, around 2010. I was living with Pete. He would have been totally fine with me having a girlfriend. BB, no, he thinks cheating is cheating, like, you know, male with a male or female. He's not into that. But Peetz was like, yeah, have a girlfriend. So I would drive. I lived in my hometown, and I had to drive up to Ottawa. I went to Ottawa University, and I was studying. I was doing an honors bachelor's with a specialization in English, and I would drive up to do my classes. And it was my first year, so I was very busy. I was doing full time. So I drive up really early in the morning for this one class. I think it was it was ethics. I did not like that class because it involved a lot of logic. There was a girl in my class, and she sat beside me, and she was so friendly. You know, like that type of person who's just like almost angelic. They just radiate positive energy. She had silky blonde hair. She had blue eyes. She had this nice lipstick on. She had the nicest boobs. Like, I wanted to squeeze them for like 5 hours straight. I'm not kidding. Started off with her sitting beside me, and then we started chatting. And she was so nice. We sort of developed like a classroom friendship. I started like a small crush on her. Let's walk to the next class together, because we were both in first year, same program, we had a lot of the same schedule. I was like, oh yeah, sure. But then dread hit me because I realized that the campus is very spread out into different buildings. So the ethics class was in this one building at the bottom of the hill. Our next class started 10 minutes later. We had 10 minutes to boot it up this hill, all the way down the street, down another street, like a few blocks away, mostly uphill. And I was pretty much just as out of shape then as I am now. And she was thin, you know, she would look like she was a normal size, and I'm sure she had no problem walking up that hill. But for me, I was like, oh my God, you know, it's going to be so embarrassing. She's going to, you know, she's not going to want to have sex with me now. It's like, oh, she's not going to want to sneak in the bathroom and have sex with me now after she sees that I'm huffing and puffing along, you know. So, not only does she want to walk up this hill together, we have to walk fast because she doesn't want to be late for class. You know, I was always a bit late because I had to take my time. And she was booting it, not realizing, you know, I need to take my time here. I can't breathe. And it was like, it was winter semester, so it was freezing. I don't know how I did it, but finally we make it. And to get to the class, we have to take an elevator. It was on, I think it was on the 4th floor. I can't remember, but it was on a top floor, and it was an old building, and the elevator was really small and rickety. So she's like, let's take the elevator, because she's normal and doesn't have crazy phobias. Normally I would take the stairs, and I would take a break in between each row. She was younger than me because I was older for first year, so it was mostly like 18, 19-year-olds. I don't know if it was because of the coffee I had on my way there, and the greasy McDonald's breakfast, and having to hustle, and my nerves being shot. But halfway up that hill, if we rewind, I felt a rumble. That dreadful rumble in the bottom of your gut. Let's put it this way. Every poop was an emergency. I'm clenching. So I'm huffing and puffing. I'm clenching those cheeks. I'm really trying to hold a conversation. She's just smiling away, walking, her hair flowing in the wind, and the snowy wind, and I'm just like, you know. So we're in the elevator, alone. She's still talking, all happy, chatty. And she's looking at me, so I have to be cool about my moves, you know, I have to be, like, careful. So I try to like pull one of those numbers where you like shift a leg and just kind of like sort of let it out a little bit. It was loud and it was smelly. Her face, she was talking and like kind of laughing and smiling while she was telling me a story. I didn't hear a word of what she said. All I was thinking of was poop, poop, fart, fart, bathroom, bathroom. And her smile, when she heard it and then smelled it, she kind of just like looked at me and didn't know what to do, because what do you do when somebody does that? Oh my god, I can't even talk about it. What do you do when somebody does that in front of you that you barely know and you're just getting to know, you know? There goes my chances out the window. Actually, would have been nice if there was a window. She kind of just like did one of those. Like she stopped talking abruptly and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, what kind of question is that, asking somebody who just farted if they're okay? Like, I lied. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go down to I forgot something on the first floor. I need to talk to the administration about something. So she's like, I'm gonna go to class. So I went to a floor that I knew would kind of be deserted at that hour. I have the bathroom situation scoped out, okay? It was like one of the floors where it was more deserted at that time, and I found a bathroom, and yes, glorious day. So after that, I didn't really actually talk to her. I don't know if it's because of the fart or, I mean, she wasn't mean to me or anything. She'd say hi, but that was it. So these are TMI fat girl facts. Fat girl facts. Things that have, after they've happened, have embarrassed me and had made me say, I need to lose weight, but never do. Sometimes you get things stuck in crevices that, you know, thin people don't have. So, for example, one time I had a Cheeto stuck in my bra. It probably was there all day. I took my bra off, you know, to get busy with my boyfriend, and there was a Cheeto. So I hope he was hungry. One time I also had I felt like a little bit of a, you know, a pain, like a nagging pain down in my roll somewhere. And, you know, I was like, what is that, you know? So finally I went to discover what it was. I went searching, and there was a Pringles cap stuck somewhere in my roll. Probably was there for like 12 hours. You know, like I have a really big, large backside, big butt, and I cannot lie. Okay, so I have a problem with TP. I have to be really careful. TP tends to get stuck, and I don't know, my butt cheeks are just like really compressed together, I guess. I don't know what it is. It's happened where I don't notice, and I go to get intimate with a guy. It's happened many times where they find a little bit of a surprise, and I think they try to be, I remember I told you the story time about how it happened to me at the gynecologist. Well, yeah, I think like one guy just tried to be really nice about it and not say anything, and just kind of picked it out, and I felt him pick it out, and I was like, oh my god, this was a toilet paper. One time I got pulled over by a cop, and I was swerving on the highway. So this is dangerous, so don't ever do this, and don't snack and drive. Anyway, I was swerving, so I got pulled over, and, you know, so the cop, you know, cop asked me to pull down my window and says, have you been drinking? And honestly, guys, I almost wish that it was booze related, because I think it would have been less embarrassing and shameful than having to admit that, no, I was just reaching for a McDonald's snack wrap. There was a time where I had my friends over, and, you know, I thought it would be a good idea to make them a vegetable platter, and I make this like really awesome dip. And the thing with that soup mix is that it makes me very gassy. I don't know what it is. If it's the onion, I don't know what it is. It makes me gassy. Well, it's like a double whammy of embarrassment, because we were sitting at the table playing a card game, and we were, you know, had snacked previously on the vegetables and dip. And all of a sudden, I didn't even have a warning. My kitchen chair broke beneath me, and I went flying down, and on the way down, I farted like really loud, and I did my pathetic non-scream, like, ah! Farted, and I smashed my head on my metallic, it's like a big metal garbage bin, and I didn't feel it. But there was a huge dent, and like a big dent. Like, I'm surprised I didn't have a concussion. Anyways, guys, that's another crazy TMI fat girl facts for you. So yeah, so leave me some comments, let me know how you guys are doing, and thank you so much for watching.